Alright, guys. Today is a rest day. Uh, I like to do like prehabilitative exercises on a rest day. That way I get a little bit of active recovery, get the blood pumping a little bit, and do something that will essentially assist me for my next training session. Um, Mute this real quick. I'm on a lunch break right now. Perfect time to get something done in about half an hour or so. Um, my knee, my left knee is a little banged up. I think from taking too many falls last week. Have a little pain on the inside, like the medial ligament, and also below, which I assume is the patellar tendon. Give me a little bit of trouble. So a little bit of mix between MCL and patellar tendonitis. Nothing serious yet, but I'm gonna go ahead and kind of get proactive with it. And the first exercise I like to do is this one right here. I'll do both legs, even though only the one leg is bothering me. And I'm gonna start with the one that's not hurting. So I'm gonna use my right foot to just curl this up. Essentially just toe curls. I just got like a random shirt out of my laundry. And I'm just gonna curl it up. Let's see if I can do the whole thing here. So similar to how the rice bucket seems to, it's working my hands and wrist, it seems to help my shoulders and elbows. I find that working the foot also seems to kind of help everything else that kind of is above it. Okay, so the ankle, the knee, the hip, all of that kind of thing is connected. So sometimes if I have any kind of knee or hip pain, especially, if I just work my feet out a little bit like this, it seems to feel a lot better. So this is my first exercise. I'm just gonna kind of do it until I can't do it anymore. And I think I'm kind of stuck here, so I might stop there. Pretty nice pump in the foot. I'm gonna straighten this out. And the reason I'm doing the unaffected leg first is because that's gonna kind of get my nervous system activated. So now when I do this side that actually is affected with the pain, it'll be able to work even harder. Okay, it'll be kind of warmed up. So you can do this with pretty much anything. Again, I'm just using like a shirt from my laundry. Some people use towels. I've even put like a small weight plate on the end of a towel or shirt just to add a little more resistance and done it that way. Barefoot is obviously best. If you're wearing socks or something, the friction's not going to be good enough for you to even do anything. I don't really care about repetitions. I'm not counting. Just doing it until I can't really do anymore. I'm already getting to that point. And the foot is getting pumped up pretty well here. Alright, good enough. Woo! Okay, so from here, I'm gonna go ahead and put some socks and shoes on. And we're gonna go outside and do some backward sled dragging. Shout out to the knees over toes guy. The hell's that guy's name? Ben Patrick, I think. He's been a big proponent of sled dragging. I've done it for a long time just because it's a pretty common exercise for martial artists to do. Like when I was doing MMA, I did that sled dragging all the time, forwards, backwards, side to side, bear crawling. We were always doing sled drags because it's a good way to build power endurance in the whole body. And it carries over pretty well to grappling, especially. So, oh, pardon me as I get my shit together. I'm gonna go ahead and wear the toe shoes for this too because I feel like that helps with the foot activation. Of course, I've got the toe socks to go with it. Already though, my knee feels way better just from the toe exercise. So for the sled dragging, I'm gonna do a pretty lightweight. Just like one plate. I'm doing it in grass, so there's a good bit of friction because of that. So it's going to be more difficult than, say, doing it on pavement, for example, where it can slide around easier. But essentially, if I'm going to be doing it for like 10 minutes, I want to use a lightweight, okay, especially because the knee is kind of hurting. Don't want to go overboard. This is a rest day, so I'm just doing very light exercises and body maintenance, basically. These are probably my favorite shoes right now, especially for walking around like a park or on the grass or something. Super comfortable. Oh, the brand is Vibram. Great hiking shoe. Yeah, dog, we're doing a little knee rehab. How are you doing, man? You knew all about those knee problems. Oh yeah, I'm my climbing harness too. Been using my climbing harness. That way I can give like my hands a break. And I'll just clip into the sled. My hands are beat the hell up today, man. I climbed outside 2 days in a row. And both days I projected like a V8. So pretty busted up for that. I have hardly any skin on my hands. Let me go ahead. I might lose it all for a fraction of a second as I switch to data here. So bear with me. What's up, Samson? Okay. It's going out into the yard. This dude's chilling. What are you doing, man? Ready to drag some sled? No, not really. So first came the feet exercises. Now we're doing the backwards sled, specifically for the terminal knee extension. Okay, over and over and over again. Get hooked up to this mother, and we'll get about 10 minutes in. I'll keep the phone on me so I can kind of talk to y'all and also watch the time. So it's about 10 minutes and 10 seconds right now, so I keep going until it's about 20 minutes and 10 seconds in. I don't have a ton of weight. It's just a plate and a 25 here, so I think the sled itself might be like 25 pounds or 30 pounds, I can't remember. So it's not too much. But again, I'm not trying to get like a crazy workout in. I'm just doing like prehab. I'm just gonna go around. How are you doing, Nick? Yeah, Samson is the goat, dude. I just got back from taking him to the vet, actually. He's doing fine. He seems to have like a UTI or something. So we're gonna put him on antibiotics. Meanwhile, this guy. This dude's healthy as a horse. Even though he's got 2 janky legs from breaking them when he was a puppy. Turning around on this is nice too if you like keep tension the entire time. Kind of lights up the little like lateral glute muscles like medius, minimus, that kind of thing. Yeah, thanks, Nick. He's doing okay, man. He's about to be 13 years old. And I swear he is, I mean, other than this little health hiccup, he's healthier than ever. So yeah, yesterday I had the day off. It was President's Day or whatever. Kind of a fake holiday, in my opinion. But since I work for the government, I had the day off. It is a federal holiday. And Sunday I climbed a lot with some friends. Probably like at least 3 hours, maybe even 4 hours outside. And I was a little beat up from that, but I had nothing to do yesterday. So I was like, you know what? Let me get outside anyway. If anything, I'll just be outside and it'll be fun to be outside, you know? Even if I don't climb well. But I ended up not only climbing pretty well anyway, I figured out every single move of my Boulder project, my cave project. And then I was able to do every single move too. I just couldn't do it strung together, obviously. Gonna need to be in way better shape for that. But it was cool to see I do now have the strength and the skill to do those moves. I just have to be fit enough and fine-tuned enough to do them all together. Once I'm able to do that, man, that'll be for sure my greatest feat of athleticism ever. I mean, I'm gonna be probably doing roof climbing for like 3 minutes straight, if not more, which is pretty freaking brutal. I mean, imagine, it's not like doing a full front lever because your feet are on small holds. At least one foot, if I don't fuck up my footwork, will be on a hold as I move around. But if I had to compare it to anything, I would say it would be like holding a tug front lever for like a few minutes. Like, that's how hard it is. So, gonna be doing a shit ton of pull-ups and stuff on some crimps at home. And then just grinding outside. Ugh. trying to fine-tune every movement, make it a little more efficient. And hopefully, I don't know if it'll happen before the end of the climbing season, but hopefully I'll be able to complete it this year. I mean, it's in a place that's not really well taken care of, so it's not, you know, nobody's out there spraying for like mosquitoes or ticks or anything. Nobody's really keeping the trails clean other than people like me that frequent there. We'll do like a little bit, but pretty much around the end of March probably it'll be too hot and nasty out there to be even out there. Ticks everywhere, snakes, mosquitoes, stuff like that. So I've only really got about 1 more month to enjoy that place before the conditions get disgusting. So hopefully I'll do it in time, but if not, it's not a big deal. I'm pretty happy with the progress I made anyway. And if anything, I'll just get really strong over the summer and the end of spring and come back in like the fall or winter and just throw down on it. Like, it's only a matter of time at this point. Now that I've got everything figured out in my brain and my body has actually done every move, it's just a matter of time. Pretty good feeling. Let me see. Sorry, the sun's been in my face, so I haven't looked at these comments. Great longevity for a large breed dog. Yeah, I mean, these dogs are both like 40 pounds, so kind of a mid-sized dog, I guess. But yeah, I mean, he's in good shape, man. I have a feeling he's gonna be alive for a long time if, you know, nothing bad happens. The good thing about these 2 dogs I have is they're both mutts, you know? Like, all these dogs that are purebred, especially if you don't get them from like really good breeders, they're gonna have all kinds of problems, you know? It's all the inbreeding and stuff like that causes like genetic anomalies and shit, health problems. So these dogs are super mutts. We did a freaking what are y'all barking at? Barking at the neighbor. Yeah, these 2 are rescues. They've got so many different breeds in them. For Jess's birthday, my wife, 1 year, since she was always kind of interested, we did like a DNA test for Samson, and he came back with like something crazy, like 40 different breeds in him. So it didn't really answer the question for us, like what exactly he is, because he's like literally everything. He's just a dog, you know what I mean? But I have a feeling that's why it's so healthy. Anyway, I'm like barely even paying attention to the clock here. I think I've got like 1 more minute. Yep. Getting a pretty good quad pump, especially the vastus medialis or whatever. That muscle is very important for knee health. Excuse me, Samson. Samson around the corner there. Almost ran into him. Oh, dude, it's a neighbor's dog. What's up, Wrigley? What's up, Wrigley? Yeah, it's been about 10 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and do just 1 more lap here for the hell of it. And I got a few more exercises to show. Let me see. Dolly is 70 pounds, pretty large, yeah. Dude, my grandparents, when I was a child, had a dog whose name was Brutus. He was like a German Shepherd and something else. And that dog was freaking huge. Like over 100 pounds. Terrifying. His bark was so freaking loud, like we were all scared of him as a kid. And he was an outside dog too. They just kept him outside all the time in the yard. So he was like half wild, you know. Nobody. They lived in kind of a bad neighborhood, so, you know, between the guns they owned and that dog, I don't think anybody was messing with them. All right, that felt pretty dang good. Do a few more things. I guess I could do this outside too, actually. I don't know why we're back inside. Let me go back outside here. Got a bunch of cinder blocks to the side that I'll do step-ups on. Let me see, Nick says he used to have a walk around that was 110 pounds. Yeah, dogs get big. I can't recall when that dog passed away, but I was probably, I want to say 10 or 11 years old, maybe 12. So I was already probably around 5 feet tall or a little shy of that, and that dog was literally taller than me. Like, he would just walk around and like his head would be almost eye level with me. Freaking monster. Ugh. All right, so let me put the camera somewhere so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Pretty good. So now that I've done the terminal knee extension, I'm gonna work on my range of motion and flexion. I'm gonna do the legs in good shape first, followed by the one I'm trying to prehab. So I want to try to keep this leg as straight as possible as I do this, so I can stretch out all the quads and hip flexors, and then just get into like a very deep knee bend here for a little bit. That this is another Ben Patrick exercise. Just gonna track that forward. That feels pretty good, actually. Oh, I'm only gonna do a few of these. Again, I'm not trying to really get a workout in today or anything. This is a rest day. I'm just doing a few things to kind of get my body ready for the next session. Well, as you get older, guys, like I'm in my 30s now, you really gotta do some body maintenance here and there. Make sure everything's working right. Let me do one more of these. Especially if you do any like high impact activities, like climbing can be sometimes. You gotta do something. Yoga,
prehab stuff like this, something. Otherwise, you're gonna be in a hell of a lot of pain. All right, so one more thing I'm gonna do here. I'll go inside for this. It's gonna be for the hamstrings and the midsection a little bit. Oh man, actually hotter today than I thought it'd be. Kind of sweating over here. So I don't know how well I can film this, but basically, I'm gonna use this thing here. By the way, if you're into glute ham raises and need an apparatus to use, this one's pretty damn good. It was very cheap compared to the rest of the market. I think it was only like $100. And God, if you try to get this kind of thing from like Rogue Fitness or something, you're gonna pay almost like 5 times that. It's kind of crazy. Let's see. Nick says feels a huge difference between 18 and 24. Yeah, I feel like sorry. Now that I'm back inside, hopefully y'all can hear me. Yeah, I'd say 25, and then again around like 30, 31. And mostly just to do with recovery, like the rate of recovery from working out. And I just have to be a little more on point with my diet and stuff like that, and not do anything too dumb. You know, try to like train smarter and not harder, that kind of thing. This is pretty good general advice for anybody, any age, to be honest. But let's see. I think I'll spin this like this. So use this as assistance. And yeah, I'm just gonna pump this out for a little bit. Let's see how it goes. I'm not gonna count. I'm just gonna go until it feels pretty pumpy. Oh. Okay. Woo. Jesus. Was that like 30 reps? Been kind of lazy with my hamstring work. I was at least once a week doing that, or like a harder version of that exercise with less assistance and more hip extension. But I've been doing heel hooks so much outside climbing that I felt like maybe it was excessive to do more. But I think I better at least do a little bit from now on. That feels pretty good. I might be done with that for now. It's about half an hour of work with probably about 5 minutes of talking and not actually do anything, but it's good enough for a little lunch break. I'm feeling definitely a lot better than me, so y'all take care. If you have any issues with your knees like that, try some of these exercises if you can, and if you have any questions or anything, let me know. Might take a minute for this to be uploaded to YouTube. For some reason, live videos process pretty slow, but should be up for replay pretty soon. Probably sometime tonight or later in the afternoon. Anyway, y'all take care. Peace out.